going up there.
Yeah, I'm watching
So,
him right now, and I'm confused about that.
that has to be a misrally, or he just, for some reason, didn't notice the assimilator with the Overlord. So,
Yeah, that was
yeah,
actually...
that's...
He was microing the Zerglings forward, like trying to walk them gently
Yeah.
up the ramp. So I'm not sure what happened there. He must not have been paying attention to his Overlord scouting that gas.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that basically gave Gnome a bunch of extra time to prepare for this. He is building a sentry after the Zealot rather than a second Zealot. That does have range, so that'll be able to pick off those Zerglings incredibly
nice micro
slowly.
out of Ben, though. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Gnome counters the micro by bringing forward a Zealot, and Zealots are pretty good against Zerglings with those side blades.
Yeah, and so what is Ben gonna do behind this? Looks like he's gonna build a Roach Warren. We may be seeing that one base aggression, or is he gonna expand as well as put up that Roach?
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Yep. Drone's going down, so he's going to expand once again. So far, basically a mirror of the last game. Nothing too out of the ordinary. The only real difference is that Gnome got that sentry instead of a second Zealot. So, and hopefully this time he'll be able to keep them alive a little bit better, so that way he can have all that saved up force field energy for later engagements.
Roach Warren's almost complete. The expansion's only about halfway up, and Gnome is still sitting on that one base. Our income is looking pretty even right now, but Ben is going to start pulling ahead shortly, as I believe. He is... No, he's not droning up. Actually, ooh, look what just went down. Where is it? Where is it? There it is.
Oh, a Stargate. Fun! This actually will deal very nicely with what Ben is doing. His last game, he had literally nothing that shot up except for queens, and you don't usually attach queens to your armies, so if he can get a handful of Void Rays out, he'll be able to kill a lot of roaches, and
actually,
potentially even snipe off some tech or queens.
Yeah, he's morphing his lair right now, too, so he's not even going to produce the triple queen. He's just going to have 2 queens, so if that's like Void Ray aggression, he's going to have nothing that he can do. Gnome comes down, forces the Zerglings away. Good by Ben to pay attention and keep most of them alive and run away just the right time. Hopefully he controls the Xel'Nagas. No, he doesn't. Okay, so he's just going to return home and have not a lot of knowledge of the map. Only really one Overlord out there. It could have actually scouted down and around a lot earlier.
Yeah, I would love to see him sacrifice that Overlord in, because finding out about the Stargate is going to be so crucial to him staying alive. And if it goes unscouted and Gnome gets, say, 3-4 Void Rays, he could potentially go and kill the Queen, you know, kill the lair, kill tech, and there wouldn't be a lot Ben could do about it. Now that said, Ben is getting 2 Evo Chambers down, so he will, if he reacts in time and gets some Spore Crawlers down, that could keep him alive.
Yeah, I think that what we very well may see is one of the bases dying, whichever one the Void Ray decides to focus on, the other one will survive. Just because Void Rays, they do a lot of damage to buildings, but they don't, they're not quite like Banshees with their mobility.
Yeah, no, Banshees you can poke and prod and pick off stuff and kind of skirt around the defensive turrets and whatnot, but Void Rays can't quite do that because they need to kind of sit in place and blast away to...
He's going with a third Void Ray. I was kind of expecting a Phoenix follow-up there, but it's just committing to that. And now he's also expanding behind, so it looks like he's just planning a pure Void Ray harass, and he's going to expand behind it. And Ben, I don't think he has any idea. I wouldn't be expecting that if I was him.
The Overlord does see it now, so hopefully he reacts in time and throws down some Spore Crawlers. If he did see it, did he see it?
I don't know that he did. I didn't see his vision flip over.
Yeah, I should have checked his camera.
I did, and he could see it. He can also see this third one now, but I don't know if he actually was like paying attention to it actively. All right, I guess he was.
Yeah,
he threw down a Spore
Crawler
Crawler.
Is going up now. And he has pulled the Queens back, so yeah, he'll be able to repel that. Yeah.
The Spore Call is killed. It doesn't get canceled. The Queen running away. Transfuse.
Oh, wow.
Transfuse! Oh, he doesn't get the transfuse down, and he's not even gonna get one Void Ray. The triple Void Ray. I didn't lay down any more spore colonies either, and the next queen also dies with 3 Void Rays still alive. He's only got 1 queen. He's got no other spore colonies going down. I'm not sure what Ben is deciding to do. It looks like he had everything selected. And I think, yeah, he's going to lose his lair, and he's just going to counterattack in with some lings and roaches and just more or less give up on the defense of his base and try to base trade. However, there is a sentry down, and that's going to prevent Ben from getting up in to Gnome's base right away.
Yeah, the Void Rays are the natural still working away stuff, and there's a absolute plethora of spore crawlers going up, so he will be able to defend that eventually.
I'm confused as to why he waited so long for that. Now the lings are going in. The force fields, again, not being very good. There's still a way for the lings to get in, and they do, and hopefully they target fire. Well, actually, no, they can just kill whatever they want as they're effective against non-micro stalkers. And again, Gnome just not really hitting his force field very well at all. He really could be just force fielding off that entire ramp. However, some stalkers on the high ground, that's a good decision. And I like that Ben's just committing to pushing forward right now, and he's gonna eventually lose, I think, to those stalkers. However, he's managed to push the Void Rays off of... Oh, he uprooted. I don't like that decision. Oh, the Void Rays...
They do burrow pretty fast. But, yeah, Gnome's doing the smart thing, repositioning. Does lose 1 Void Ray, unfortunately, but, okay, so Ben's just kind of pairing up the spore crawlers, and, okay, it looks like that's the end of that, but, Ben he lost his lair, and he is going to eventually lose the spawning pool and the roachborn in, well, a couple minutes.
Yeah, that might take a little while, but it does, they actually died fairly quickly considering how slow they are to regain health. And Ben sacrificing more lings than he really needed to there at the end. If we open up the income tab, though, that tells us a very clear story. There's 7 to 27 harvesters. Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal for Ben. Yeah, I thought he had it when he had the 2 queens there to defend, but he didn't quite focus fire them, and he didn't quite kite with them like you need to. And he let one of the Void Rays get charged up, and you never ever want that to happen. You need to, do shots, pull back, because the queens do outrange the Void Rays, and they are faster than them, I believe, when they are on creep.
When they're on creep, it's at least an even race. Let's see, it's movement speed of 2.25 for the Void Ray. For a queen, it is movement speed of 0.94 plus 1.56, so that brings it up to, yeah, it's actually, yeah, the queens do, they are faster than Void Rays as long as the queen is on creep. You are completely correct. A little bit of a knowledge bomb for everybody out there. See, SquallCasting knows exactly what he's talking about. I don't.
I just watch a ton of stuff. But looks like we got a big doom push from Gnome coming in here. That's a lot of zealots, and Ben only has 2 spine crawlers. The third one going to finish up in just a second, but I don't think that's going to be enough to repel all these zealots.
Yeah, the drones are being pulled. This is just a little bit spiteful out of Ben. He doesn't want to leave this game, and I can't blame him. It's rough when you lose to Void Rays, but back to what you were saying earlier, the LOL GG comes out. But yeah, if that Overlord had just sacrificed itself a little sooner to get the scout off, he could have had 3 or 4 spore colonies down and been in a very advantageous position.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but scouting is so very important. And, if you're trying to figure out when to scout, like, I don't know timings off the top of my head, but what you could do is go, okay, I want to make sure I see what's in his base every 2 to 3 minutes if possible. So if you're a Zerg, like, literally, if you have 2 monitors, make a notepad, and then have on it, like, at this minute mark, I will sacrifice an Overlord into his base to see what he has, and just kind of make a framework for yourself, and then at this minute mark, I'll try to run a Zergling in and see what kind of army he has, because knowledge is power in this game. The more you know, the better equipped you are to deal with whatever might come your way.
I like it. Listen to him. He's completely right. If you want a way to get better, that is a great idea. Just say, I'm always scouting for whatever at this time so that I'm not in the dark for 10 minutes because there could be a whole tech tree that you don't know about. Anyway, tune into the next VOD for game number 3, the decisive semifinal match of Good as Gold number 41.